The Edifier D12 is a speaker for your home or office, featuring Bluetooth and wired connectivity, stereo sound and a line-out port for expandability, all packed into a sleek and pleasant design that fits right into a home environment. At the time of this review, the speaker currently retails for £99. The design of the Edifier D12 looks great, and would fit in well to a home or office environment without sticking out thanks to its black and wooden look, combining a modern and traditional speaker design into a relatively compact form factor. The black top of the speaker has a faux leather texture to it, and the sides are a laminated wooden print, and it's quite nice to have a speaker that has some texture to it both visually and physically rather than a solid matte box. The front of the speaker is home to the two woofers and tweeters, giving the speaker a stereo sound output. The bass ports for the woofers are also on the front side. These drivers are covered behind a fabric speaker grille to protect them, but this can be removed if you wish to show off the speaker drivers. The grille looks nice and sleek, and it has a small Edifier logo, which is the only visible branding, and a silver line across the middle. For controlling the speaker, an infrared remote can be used to control the speakers from a distance, but there are also hardware controls on the top of the speaker. There are 3 dials on the top, a volume control and input selector dial, which can also be used to power on and off the speaker, as well as a bass and treble dial for adjusting the speaker EQ, so you can get the sounds that you want. Additionally, the remote has a selection of handy buttons, such as buttons for switching between the movie and music sound modes, as well as a quick mute button. The remote itself is a very glossy black plastic, which I'm not a fan of as it feels cheap and it gets covered in fingerprints and scratches incredibly easily. A matte black remote would have certainly been nicer for long-term use. The rear side of the speaker is where all the physical connectivity is. There's an aux input and RCA input. As this speaker has a movie mode, it would have been nice to have an optical input, but unfortunately this speaker only has those two inputs. Maybe this could be added in a future version. Additionally, the speaker also has a line out, and this can be used to connect a subwoofer to the speaker or some satellite speakers. It's great to see that there is room for expansion with this speaker. The power cable for the speaker is not removable and is fixed into the back of the speaker. I think it would have been more convenient to have this removable, as it allows for the speaker to be easily transported and would allow for a longer cable if needed. Overall, the design of the speaker is quite nice. It's sleek and modern, but the wooden sides add a more traditional element that helps it fit into a range of environments. For the form factor and price, the Edifier D12 provides an enjoyable listening experience. The speaker has a fairly flat and neutral sound out of the box, which some people may like for a more accurate listening experience, but thanks to the EQ dials on the top of the speaker, I was able to adjust the sound to be a little more energetic and punchier, which I personally prefer, especially for electronic and dance music, which are the main two genres I listen to. For me, the dials ended up at around +4 for bass and +2 for treble. The speaker unit features two 4-inch woofers for bass and two 19mm silk dome tweeters for the high end. These 4 drivers paired with the 70 watts of total power output provides a fantastic room-filling listening experience. The bass is present and able to get deep, and the treble is clear, with a frequency response across the speaker of 54Hz to 20kHz. The speaker can provide stereo sound, although you'll probably not get the full benefit of this unless you're sitting directly in front of the speaker unit, as all the drivers face directly forwards and are fairly close together. As mentioned earlier during the review, the speakers also feature 2 modes, a music mode and a movie mode. By default, the speaker runs in music mode, but can be switched to movie mode using the remote. The difference between the 2 modes is quite significant. In movie mode, the bass becomes much deeper and prominent in comparison to the more neutral sound of the music mode. I did notice some distortion in the low end within movie mode, and this doesn't seem to be irregular, and Edifier even highlights this within the user manual for the speakers. Overall, the sound from the speaker is good, it's clean and well pronounced, and works for a range of different genres. The EQ dials on the top are a welcome feature to be able to tune the speaker specifically to my liking. As one of Edifier's more affordable speakers, the D12 isn't as packed with as many features as some of their other products. The D12 features Bluetooth 5.0 wireless connectivity, so you don't need to have any additional cables plugged into the speaker to play some music. Edifier also includes all the extra cables you'd need in the box to get up and running. There's a 3.5mm to RCA and RCA to RCA audio cable included, so you can start using the speaker straight away, and of course the infrared remote I mentioned earlier during the review. The Edifier D12 speaker is a well-rounded speaker for your home or office that provides good sound for the money, in a pleasant and unobtrusive form factor. Being able to customize the EQ from the speaker is great, and although it would be nice to have a few more input options, it offers a couple of different connectivity methods and potential expansion to a subwoofer or satellite speaker with the line out port. That's been it for this video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing. I will leave a link to the speaker in the description if you're interested in picking it up for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.